Welcome to today's edition of the Society Today. And tonight we have Mr. Cletus with us, all the way from, is it Benin or Port Harcourt?
Benin.
Okay, welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Obviously, your view about the topic I've been discussing is always different from people's view. Your ideologies are completely different. So I want to hear you today, sir, because from the comments you give online, most times people began to like, who is this man? You Tega told me he wrote you personally and you guys chatted
Yes.
Facebook because I didn't tell him you are coming from, he would have been here because like he wants to see this man in person.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that.
Oh, well, so I want to hear from you, sir. What's your take on single mothers in the society? Because they're too much for everywhere. They are so much. What's your take on them?
Well, for single motherhood is a challenge we're having today in the society. The truth is that it is not going to go away now. Not soon.
Wow.
It has come to stay with us. Now, how did it all start? Our parents lost family values, and children were trained without values. But parents actually concentrated more on career.
Okay.
We want to become like the white men, we want to measure up with the whites, we want to be advanced. At a point in time, our parents were saying that they were too timid. So their children should not be timid. So let's go into the advanced world. So while they were doing that, the values of Africa, to be precise, let's come to Nigeria, were dropped. And so we started modernizing. And so the current parents of today have no family values at all. And you and I know, you can't give what you don't have. So that's where we are.
So if I got you right, modernization is our problem.
That's where the whole challenge came from. That's where it came from. When we started this acculturation, trying to bring in foreign culture into our own culture, we dropped our own values. Now, let's see, for example, if you go to the US, if your father must visit you, if you are an American, your father will give you a call before coming. If your father do not call you and give your father permission to come, at the door you can walk your father out. That's not Africa.
No.
In our own values here, anybody can bump on you as long as you're a family member. He or she is welcome at any time. But out there, no. Now, see, in the America, like the Western world, we have this what we call serial monogamy. That's what I call it, serial monogamy. How do I call it serial monogamy? They believe in one wife, one man. But however, we forgot that an American can divorce 5 times in a year and remarry 5 times in a year. So he is having 5 wives in 1 year. But we believe in one wife, one man. But here we are in an economy or in a culture where you can marry 5 times in a year and divorce 5 times in a year. That is alien to us. And today here we are having it. Just a little thing, not marry again. And you get yourself and you live a marital relationship. All your marital vows, you quit them. And don't forget, if you break your marital vow, the serpent will bite. So that's where we are today.
So modernization is actually the problem of the African man.
That is where it started from.
So definitely we are abandoning our cultures, our values, our core beliefs to buy the white man's.
Correct.
So what makes us Africans to feel led before the white man? What makes us feel that their belief is superior to our beliefs?
Now, they told us that their belief, they told us that their way of life is superior to ours. Now, we now decided to buy into them because they had technology.
Okay.
So we now look at their advanced way of civilization and we felt they are more better than us. So because of that, we want to be like them. So they sold their ideology to us, and we believe in their ideologies. And that's what we call colonization. They brought it in such a way to teach us their ways. That's what we call learning to relearn. So we learn ours, we now learn theirs and relearn. So today, everything about us is now we have been colonized. Okay, here am I speaking English. Is English my native language? What I will teach you in English, you understand. If I teach you in Isoko, which is your native language, which one do you understand better?
But painfully, sir, in our culture in Isoko, most parents don't even speak Isoko to their children in their house.
Because we have been colonized. It's a principle of assimilation. It's a principle of assimilation. Behave like me. Okay, take a look at me now. I'm in this humid region. You tell me if I want to come for an interview or I have any kind of a formal gathering, I must be on suit. Even under the hot sun, which is not part of my region. The suit jacket is meant for the humid region where every place is so cold and the rest of them. I need warm. Here, I don't need warm. I'm already hot. So they told me their way of life, their shoes, their culture, their language, even their food is superior to my food. And they even call my food germ-infested food. So that's just the whole thing. Now, you see corruption that is happening around us today in Nigeria. We got it from them. It all started there. But in our own case, we use the African mentality. We use the African psychology to work on it. So it now becomes so enlarged. If not, if you want to look for cybercrime, go there. They have it.
That's true.
If you want to go for killings, they have it. How many weapons do we have here? So, but we felt, we now took their own and we dropped ours. So they are superior to us. And remember, the one that is leading you will always be ahead of you.
So like now we are in a quagmire. So how do we come out of this mess that we the blacks have? Because obviously, you can be in the church as a black person and a white man comes in. They will, in fact, the leaders or the moderator will accord the white man more respect than the black. So if you see a white man on the street, everybody's trying to like, who be this, who be this, who be this, trying to come and snap it with the black person. I don't know, with the white rather. So how can we come out of this? Because it's obvious our mentality in Africa is, how do I put it now? I know you understand, but how do we come out of this mess that we are into, we blacks? Is there a way out of it?
Unfortunately, sir, with all due respect, and to everybody listening to me, with all due respect, and to anybody and everybody listening to me, I don't think we are coming out of this.
Wow.
It has become part and parcel of our ways of life.
So we're going to live like this forever?
Now, yes. Let me give you indices. Let me give you indices today. Let's take a look at education. Our education is not patterned after the Nigerian style.
That's true.
So in Nigeria today, we don't have a functional education. We only have a theoretical education. If you need a functional education, when you are through from the 4 walls of the university, you come back home and you go and do something else. I wrote a paper in terms of entrepreneurship. Now, most universities today tell us entrepreneurship is when you go learn hair cutting, making of shoes, beads, repairs of phone, repairs of computers and the rest of them. They say that is entrepreneurship. And I am doing computer engineering. Is that not a skill? I am a mechanical engineer. Is that not a skill? So what do I need the hair making, the shoe making, or the sewing of clothes for? Because they are not teaching us functional education, because the education is not patterned to our lives, our way of life. Now, I'm currently working on a research, African psychology. Whatever psychology we are having today, we are not yet studying the African psychology yet. Now, let's come to religion. Africans, we have our way of religion before now. We have our way of talking to God. Are we together?
That's true.
Today, they gave us their religion. The East, the Asian, the Eastern region brought their religion, Islam. The West brought Christianity. And now, even if those of us who have adopted Christianity, did we even adopt it the way we ought to? No. We only meddle, we pick some, we left some. So at the end of the day now, everything is like a mess. Now, that's about religion and education. Now, if you now go to the school, the curriculum you and I are having today within the school is not patterned after ours. Some professors today are actually advocating, let's try and domesticate. Let's try and domesticate. Now, even while these professors are trying to say, let's try and domesticate, on what platform are you going to domesticate? The platform that the white man has already built for you, because the white man is controlling that particular platform. Now, let's take a look at our government. We are saying democracy. In Nigeria today, are we actually operating democracy? We are not operating democracy, because we use this institution of democracy to suppress, to oppress and suppress. And you don't call that democracy. I'm working on a book right now on that. I gave it a name anyway. But that's until that paper is published, I don't want to give out the particular name. You understand that? Yeah. So, in terms of governance and policies today, we don't have domesticated. Are you following me? So, everything is that we are like following the civilized world. Now, how do we come out? It's not going to be possible. Like one thing I tell people, my first journal article which I wrote, it was my assignment during my undergraduate program that I wrote that paper assignment. But when I saw the quality of the assignment I wrote, I kept the paper. I would have published it at that time. But if I publish it, professors will come and say, no. Who is the person that published this? They will drop it. They will rubbish it. Because the person who published it is a first degree holder. You are in the practical world in terms of information and communication technology. Yeah. There are things you will do that a professor who have never done those things will put on the glasses and start asking you theoretical questions, the practical questions. And at the end of the day, he will rubbish you.
That's true.
So a professor wants to feel superior to somebody that is down there. So how do we come out? Because even those that hide the ideas won't come out anymore. Our government will also want to suppress you because of international politics. If I tell you today, the Nigerian politics today is controlled by the international politics. Take it or leave it. Whether you like it or not, it's controlled by the international politics. See, there was a particular clip I watched, and in that particular clip, if not my phone was bad, I would have sent it to you. These guys were holding a meeting and they said, by all means, we must keep Africa poor.
Wow.
Because if Africa should come out of poverty, we are finished. And another man said, he went to India and he asked an Indian, how are you guys doing it that we Africans cannot understand it? The Indian told him the Africans cannot understand it. The Nigerians will not understand it. Because if they understand it, we are finished. So there are so many factors playing out.
Behind the scene.
Behind the scene and even on the scene that we can virtually see. But like as I said, we, the Africans, have taken the back seat, being the passengers, not the driver. Now, who will bail the cat? Let's take a look at our African continent. So many persons who said we want to bail the cat. Let's try to change the narrative. They met their Waterloo. They were killed, they were framed, any kind of a thing happened to them. So, coming out of it, brother, till the world will come to an end, I don't see Nigerians coming out of it. That's one end. Let's come to our marital life. Let's come to our marital family life. The family we have today is not the kind of family we had when we were small.
No.
I remember when I was small at this time, everybody running around, uncles, brothers, nieces, everybody. We can even cook one plate of food. Everybody will gather the plate of food and eat it. Today now, if you go to your uncle's house, they give you food to eat. You are afraid you will be poisoned. I am not excluding wickedness. But was there no wickedness then?
There was, but unity was more there than now.
Why?
Law was there
Why?
than now.
Are we not having another different thing? Now let's come to think of capitalism, orientation of wealth making. I get it all. Let every other person subject themselves, be under me. So I will do everything possible to make sure I suppress you, so that I will always be at the top. So even if me means me selling your right out, selling our right out, like Esau did,
Just to keep you on top.
just to keep me on top, I will do it. So how are we going to come out of it? Now, see, there are so many indices as to this. Educationally, financially, religious-wise, technological advancement.
In almost all spheres of
In
life.
almost spheres of life, we are not coming out of this. We will always be followers.
So I'm going to be at the backside for
We're always at the back seat.
Nothing can be done about that to remedy this mess.
If anything will be done about it, that means God Almighty will decide to change the narrative.
Because if you are to look at Africa culture, for instance, like Nigeria, we have the resources, mineral resources. We are blessed by nature.
I agree.
But it's like we are blessed, but we have little results compared to the resources we have.
Why?
You just said that the white man is, do I say this online? The white man is our greatest enemy.
They know. It's not a issue. Don't, if you are, maybe you are afraid. Somebody will come after you.
They are our greatest enemy because it's obvious.
No, we are our greatest enemy. We are our greatest enemy. I'm coming to your house to give you peanuts. You accept peanuts and sell all your children to me as slaves. Who is the enemy of himself? The resources you are supposed to live your life with. I come to you because I want you to be on top. I elevate you. Some persons start running around you. From the crumbs I'm giving to you, you share to them. They hail you, hey, Baba, Baba, area, Baba. They stand in for you. And you will our resources to them. So they are not even our enemy. We are our enemy. They are not. Because we refuse to stand our ground on the front seat. We refuse to become the drivers of the vehicle.
Is that we refused or they never allowed us to become the
We
drivers?
refused.
We refused?
Yes, we refused. I use that language without apology. We refused. Let me tell you, there's no freedom without a fight.
No freedom
Let me
without
bring in
fight.
the biblical perspective to it now. Until you and I got our freedom from the hand of Satan, there was a fight. Jesus came here to this earth. After he had finished his job, he went down to hell and battled with the devil to pick the keys from him, of authority from him. And when he came out, he now said, all authority have been given unto me. So without a fight, there is no freedom. So we have been in slavery all this while.
Because we refuse to fight?
Because we refuse to fight.
So who is going to lead the fight?
And that is the reason why we will not come out of this.
Lead the fight now, they'll frame you up.
Now, let me rewind again, back to where we started from. Single parenting factor. And I said, this has come to stay with us. So many factors are responsible for it. Number one, I talked about family values.
Yeah.
When my grandmom, they were training them at that time. Their parents would train them to manage a home, keep a home, train children. No matter how rugged the man, the husband is, these women will be able to curtail the home. So the man can even have 4 or 5 wives. Are you following me? Yeah. But all the wives are in one language. All the children are in one language. Are we together now?
Yes.
But by the time we started bringing this white man's culture into the scenario, that bond started breaking stage by stage. I am not saying that wickedness is not there, because women had always been jealous.
That's true.
Of themselves all this while. I don't blame them anyway, because men were more jealous than women. Are you following me now? Out of that jealousy, they started fighting. But however, then the mothers would train the girls to manage the home, manage children, manage the husband. Why the father would train the boy on how to fend for his family, to provide for his family. So at that time, while the mother is taking care of the home, taking care of the children, supporting the man is the arrowhead for provision. But today, unfortunately, it is dual earner families that we have. The husband is earning, the wife is earning. Most people will say because of economic factor, but I beg you, please, because even men today in the society are against men. Let's go to the public service, the private sector today. You see that women are more in the offices more than the men.
Yeah.
So they empower women against their husbands. So we men now are empowering women against us, their husbands. So where do you think we're going to end this? In the teaching sector, they are more. In the administrative sector, they are more. In the business world, they are more. If I am qualified as a personnel and a woman, another woman gets that is less qualified than me, they will offer the woman the job and leave me to roam in the street. So women are being empowered, and we the men, we are roaming around the streets. So women are today now becoming family earners, breadwinners, while the men have become the receivers from the women. And how many women are submitting? Because that language, a man is the head. A man is the head. It's always a language that women put across. The man is the head. He should provide. Now you have been empowered against the man that is supposed to provide. Instead of empowering the man so that the man can provide for the family, we're empowering the woman to provide for the family. So who empowers the man? So the man now is at a disadvantaged position. So when the woman is empowered, the woman feels I don't need a man. So what happens? You will maltreat the man. And when the man is fed up of the whole situation, the man will take himself and walk out. That woman becomes who? A single mother. That woman becomes a single mother. Now, if the woman feels, okay, I can no longer feed this man anymore and the rest of them, the woman walks out of the marriage, leaves the children with the man becomes a single father. That's one. During my undergraduate days, to be precise, 2007, in Abraka, Delta State University, we were through the lecture and students would normally come out to take a nap, take a rest, and waiting for the next lecturer to come. Two ladies, I'm not saying girls, but this person I'm talking about were above 25.
Okay.
They were between 27, 32. Two of them sat down and they were discussing. And they said, me, marriage. What am I going to do in marriage? Let me go to that prison where they call marriage. Two of them were discussing. I looked at the two persons discussing. These are supposed to be mothers, taking care of children and taking care of the home. They are the people saying marriage. No, but me, I go born. Me, I go do it. I go born. So you, a man, that you saw such a beautiful lady and you are saying, ah, wow, I love this girl. I will make her my wife. You now fall into that trap. And that woman is not ready to stay in a man's house. What has happened to you?
Single father. Right?
Single father. That's the mindset of some. I was watching online today. And you know this online person that interview the person on the road?
Yeah.
They just interviewed this girl. What kind of a man can you date? A man that earns 200,000, 300,000. Can you date such a man? And the girl said, I will cheat on you. I was like, what's the meaning of this? She said it openly, I will cheat on you. Because you can't you can't meet up with my demand. I will cheat on you. Now the question now, if you meet such a woman, and that woman happens to have a baby for you, what is that home going to turn into?
You can't stay as a man.
You can't stay. That lady's not gonna stay. Okay, how many girls today are ready to work with you? They want to come into a home that is, wow, everything is set. I will stay here.
Already made men.
Good. They are looking for that. And I ask most girls, why can't you be already made so that you make a man too?
I must be the man making
you. The Bible said you are a helper. So when the man is down, who helps the man up? You are to help the man up. So this time around, the man is up, the man is down. Why not make the man? Make the man rise up. Unfortunately, no. It is the other way around. I want to look for a man that is made. Not that I'm coming to. And after the man has made everything, the woman comes into the house, the woman starts claiming ownership.
Wants to control.
Wants to control. The woman would like to claim ownership. And so if the table turns around tomorrow, the woman will say, I can no longer stay, I can't manage this. And that woman can just walk away.
Excuse me, I wrote something a few months ago that a successful woman does not want a man to come into her life to control her.
Yes.
But a lady wants to come into a successful man's life
and control him.
Control the man.
True. Very true. Correct. 100%. And sometimes they even want your parents not to even come to your house.
People that were there when she wasn't there. Women.
See, let me tell you,
women.
You know, sometimes we blame the men are not trying, the men are making women like this, making them like that. Let me tell you, most of these men that are making women like this, they are damaged men. Women damaged them. Some of them are on revenge mission.
Wow.
You don't know this aspect, but I'm telling you now.
On the revenge.
Some men are on revenge mission.
Wow.
You see this craze of money that most guys today are running after. Most men, women made them like that. Because, okay, I want to build a life with a woman. At the end of the day, the woman left them and followed somebody that is more wealthier than the one she's with. And the man will say,
because of money.
Because of money, no problem now. I'll make the money. And when the man makes the money, the man will say, I'm going to punish women with this money. So it becomes a revenge mission. Today, the man is in Ozoro. Tomorrow, the man is in Ule. The next day, the man is in Ugele. Carrying the women. I once had a friend. He had 10 girls. 10. One day I was asking, what are you doing with all of these? He said, bros, you're not going to understand. So most men are on revenge mission. Wow. Let's keep that on one end. Some mothers, when their daughter is going into marriage, they will come and tell them, woman, not they put in pocket for grand they give a husband. No. Because the man can misbehave at any time. Bro, most women don't trust the man.
That's true.
Some women are leaving their husbands in the house without trust.
Many women.
And men, we are sensitive. Most women feel we are fools. Most women feels we are fools. But we are very sensitive to every action they take in the house. They will feel we don't know. And when we now see that you are not beginning to live a secretive life, I have no option. I will draw into my secretive life.
To your shell.
I will draw into my shell. At the end of the day, we will not have emotional infidelity. And let me tell you, divorce or separation is the burial of a dead marriage. The marital relationship has died long ago. So the day they separated was the celebration of the burial of
the marriage.
So, in another space again, let me come a bit into the spiritual realm as far as foundations are concerned. There are certain habits that are in our families today that were weaponized by the nature of deities our parents worshipped. Every spirit has an allegiance, a practice of allegiance. Some of them is prostitution. You must sleep with various women. That is an allegiance to some family spiritual guidance. So if you enter in such a family, what will happen? You and I know that sex is a covenant.
That's true.
If you have sex with someone coming from that background, you have inherited from the covenant of that foundation. So you have taken what was not supposed to be yours into your life. So it will not operate in your life. And by the time you sleep with this, 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 you share from all of them. And as you share from all of them, what happens? You are a piece of this, you are a piece of this, you are a piece of this, you are a piece of this. So things that you were not supposed to see happen in your family will now be domiciled in your life. And because of the way of abortion and the rest of them, so many women have damaged their wombs with infections, abortions, and so most women today can no longer give birth. And most churches, because of that issue of the woman is not giving birth, most men have left churches because they divorced the women to go and look for another woman. Most men now, in order to safeguard that area, they will now say, if you not get belly, I not go pay bride price. Now, another scenario for most girls, I go test waiting because I'm
going to.
I don't want to say tomorrow, the thing not reach anything, you can't give me problem. So even if you don't want to, one of my friend, a girl, she's my friend. Two of us were students at College of Education. When she was to get married, she said, if the man will not sleep with her, she's not marrying. Say because she don't want to get into what will give her problems tomorrow. Now the man was not ready to sleep with the girl, and the girl forced the man to sleep with her. We blame men, but I don't blame only men. Two parties, two of them. Because when we have a good one, we have a bad one. Now we talk about most times abuse, intimate partner violence, which you call marital violence. Are you following me now?
Yes.
There are some women that beating is their love language. That's what turns them. That's what turns them on.
This life, sure.
That's what turns them on.
Wow.
I had a neighbor like that. When they are fighting, the man is the quiet type. The man will walk inside the room, pick a singlet he wants to leave. The woman will jack this man and will almost try to naked this man. And in the course of the man trying to free himself from the woman, he will beat the woman up. That's what turns this woman on. And at the end of the one day, I overheard the woman. And now I know say you be man. So if you not get into such a woman,
I go leave.
Oh, by the time you leave now, you are not a single father. Because and the woman is a single mother.
Every week they hear on her voice. Tomorrow you hear on her voice. I can't cope with that.
That's the issue.
That kind of partner.
That's the issue. That's the issue.
So I think it's already boils down to the individuals involved. Like you said.
Individuals involved. That's one. Orientation where they are coming from.
The mindset of
orientation where they are coming from is involved. What they were taught is involved. Their religious practices are involved. On the individual basis, as I said, we'll talk about the personal values from the orientation where the person is coming from. If the person is coming from a home where the love language in that home is violence, that's what the person will learn. That's what the child will learn. And that's what the child will internalize. And that's what the child will use to live his or her life.
I almost fell into that trap.
Good.
Because as a child, I grew up in a hostile environment whereby couples fight every weekend there. And sometimes after the fights, an hour later, 2 hours, you see them playing like as though nothing happened.
Good.
So I was like, so I had this mindset as a child. I think I was less than 10 years of age.
Okay.
I had the mindset that, okay, if I marry tomorrow, I must beat my wife.
Good.
Because beating makes the love to grow stronger.
Good.
So that was the idea I had from the beginning.
Good.
Until I came out of that environment, a new environment. I met a few couples, week in, week out, no noise, no shout, but they were living right. So I had to meet the man and say, Oga, how far? He laughed and said, you can actually have a peaceful marriage in a hostile place. So I began to have a new orientation, and that's why I got to where I am now.
Now, that's the only way we can come out of this. First thing first, like one thing I tell people, have you actually identified that I have a problem?
Mm.
See, there was a time I was using the projection technique. I am at fault, but I will blame you.
Mm.
But the time came, I sat myself down and I asked myself, come, must everybody be at the wrong
You are only
and
right.
you are always at
right.
the right? I had to sit myself down. I have to check myself, my practices. Based on that, I had a new orientation of myself. No, I need to evaluate something in me. That's the first thing first you must do. That's why the Bible said, until a sinner is convicted, he will not seek the way of salvation. Salvation is free, it has been given, but you have a duty to accept.
Mm.
Are you following me?
That's
But
true.
if you are not convinced that I need salvation, you will not go for it. That's the benchmark where it all starts. Do I have a problem? If there is a problem, how do I correct it? That is where you now start seeking answers. And when you now seek answers, if you listen to your spirit man, there is something your spirit man wants.
Mm.
No matter the chaos in the environment, your spirit man will always lead you into a direction of what he or your spirit man yearns for.
Mm.
And that's the knowledge you go for. Are you following me now?
Yes, sir.
I'm a teacher. And I was teaching social psychology. And I used my students as an example at a particular point in time. Social psychology has to do with humans' interaction with the environment, how individuals influence the environment and how the environment influences them. Now, I brought two students and I told them, two of them stood up, and I said, okay, let's assume this lady is your wife. Oga or madam. If you tell, and I asked the man, if this woman calls you a stupid man, what would you do? This man said, I will slap her. And I asked the woman, if he slaps you, what will you do? He said, hell will be let loose. And that's okay, let's see. Reciprocal. You sowed discordant, you sowed violence into the environment, and the environment gave you violence back. And I said, okay, now, madam, you told Oga he's a stupid man. Oga, and you told your wife, this energy you have, this is one of the reasons why I love you. This energy, this is one of the reasons why I love you. I know you will use this energy very well to take care of me and my children. Madam, what will happen? She only said, Can you see that? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Until we have this orientation on individual basis, we will not seek the right knowledge. We will definitely be going after what we learn from our background, what school taught us, what other individuals taught us, what religion taught us. And at the end of the day, we will not be able to find a way out of it. So single parenting is here to stay with us until the individuals decide to make a personal change on their own, and which is a bit difficult because so many people are damaged already. And as I said, don't forget the place of foundation. It will always call when the time comes. Have you not seen yourself do certain things sometimes? You were not ready to do that.
That's true.
But you now find yourself doing it. Have you asked yourself
Paul
why? These things are inherent. When the time for those voices to come, when they call, you will definitely answer. Unless the blood of Christ has taken care of these issues. I like that book I saw for them, Prepare for War. You understand that?
Yeah. This is deep, I must confess. One of the striking points you said is there is no freedom without a fight.
There's no freedom without a fight.
No freedom without a fight. And looking at the angle of single parenting society, most often the society stigmatizes the women more than the men.
The reason? You know the reason?
Let me guess.
Good. The Bible said, a wise woman does what?
Built her house.
Built her own house.
But the foolish one
with their hands.
will destroy it.
But the foolish one will destroy it with their own hands. Is that not so? What did the Bible say about a man concerning the home? The man is not the home builder. The man is not the home manager. The woman is the home manager. The woman is the home builder. Take a look at that lengthy epistle written about a virtuous woman in the book of Proverbs. Have you seen such a lengthy epistle written about a man in the scriptures? You won't find that. Because the woman, the assignment God gave to the woman is to help the man in every dimension. What was not in the man, God gave to the woman. That's why you see, a man is a thief, the woman is not a thief. The first comfort of a woman is not somebody outside. Your husband is your assignment. Marriage was made for holiness, to bring out the holiness in you. It's not about those companionship people preach. No. Go and read about that mystery. He said, Apostle Paul said, I tell you this is a mystery, but I'm telling you about Christ and the church. So marriage was supposed to bring out the holiness in us. The first convert of that woman and the main convert of that woman is the husband in the house. So if I am a thief, my wife will not be a thief. So any fault a woman notices in a man, that is her assignment that God has given to her in the life of that man. But unfortunately, the woman uses such now against the man. And the man is saying, this is my weakness, help me. But what the man gets on a daily basis is condemnation. And when the man is fed up of the condemnation, what will he do?
He leaves.
He leaves. That's the reason why people blame the woman. You are the home builder. The resources to build a house, God has given it to you. There was something God told me that got me surprised. You know, this prayer I always pray. Let God arise and let Lord his enemy scatter. God told me one day, son, let me tell you this. While you are praying that prayer in church, make sure you are not my enemy. Because if I rise up, you too will scatter. Although you are my son, but make sure you are not my enemy. And I was asking questions further. Because I'm talking about marriage today, let me go to marriage. Let me leave the other aspect which I was asking. Now, God said, I can replace the wife of a minister. Do you know that most marriages that are contracted today, God is just there as a witness?
Very correct. Very, very true.
God was never in the course of coming together.
God never joined them.
God never joined them. The way they gave you an invitation card to go and witness, the same way they gave God invitation card. So God was there to witness.
An invited guest.
An invited guest. So why the pastor is saying what God has joined together, let no man put
aside. Are not there.
Can you see that?
Obviously, I was in a place and they asked a question. At what point in a marriage should divorce be an option?
Okay.
Then I told them that Bible said, what God has joined together, let no man put asunder.
Okay.
So at the point you discover that it was never God that joined,
good,
you can divorce. They almost wanted to eat me in that meeting.
No, but that's the truth.
They almost wanted to drag me to the wall.
But that's the truth. Now, God now said, I can replace a minister's wife.
This is a very deep truth that many people will naturally buy into.
I agree.
I agree. We object to this.
I agree.
View.
But go and read. You see, this is the problem we have. I tell people, half education is deadlier than ignorance. Better be ignorant than have half truth. For me, when my enlightenment grew to a particular extent, I stopped criticizing people. When people say certain things, I may not agree with you, but I will go and verify what you have said. Maybe you know something I don't know. So until I come out with the full knowledge of that thing you said, I will not criticize you. Are you following me?
That's true.
Now, let's see. You are a man of God. God gave you an assignment, and your wife is becoming an obstacle
To the assignment.
to the assignment God has given to you. And you are praying the prayer, oh God, arise and let all my enemies scatter. And the woman is an enemy to God. When God will arise, what will happen to that woman?
She will be taken out of the way now.
She will be taken out of the way.
This is actually okay.
Hosea 4:6. What did he say?
Destroy it.
My people.
Are destroyed.
God did not deny us. God did not deny the fact. These people did not belong to the devil. They are my people. But they perished. They are destroyed. So why did God now allow his own people to be destroyed? There is a knowledge every child of God is expected to have, which God himself will not force it on you. It is left for you to go and discover it and know it and hold on to it. So when you don't know it, when the destruction from that aspect will come, you will go down for it. You understand it now?
Yeah.
This was an interaction. And let's be sincere. Jesus said, if you don't gather with me, who are you?
An enemy now.
Fine. You can be in church and you are not gathering together with Christ. So what will God do to you? That's the basic truth about some of these things. The truth is that we have so many half-educated persons in the street. You know, sometimes I listen to Michael Oroko. I listen to Joshua Selman. I listen to Apostle Osai Arome. These people have certain deep truths that they communicate.
Along certain line.
Along certain lines. But the unfortunate thing is that most people criticize them because they don't want to dig deep into the knowledge where these people are speaking from. So they criticize them. These people have been exposed to certain levels of knowledge. They paid the price for it. So, but yet, people who have not paid the price for it will just come to the open field, open air, we start bragging, we start criticizing, and the rest of it. Get the knowledge that guy already has and come back and criticize. I know that what I have said, if this go public, I know that so many people will come after me.
There will be reactions, definitely.
Are you following me? I know that they will come after me. But like one thing I tell people, don't just come after me. Look for a forum. Let's sit down and let's discuss. I like interaction. Bring out your views, put them on the table.
Bring mine.
Let's discuss them together. And let's get into the truth. I wrote a book written by Kenneth Hagin. Marriage, divorce, and remarriage. There are certain doctrines that the Apostle Paul talked about that we actually never had good knowledge of, but we pick them from the surface. We pick them from the surface. You understand it? I was reading the Bible too. And I was reading like every other book. You know, they told us one time, cover the Bible in back to back. But I tell people, please don't read the Bible back to back. Look for the Rema. A man of God mesmerized us one day in church. Is the Bible the word of God? Everybody said, yes. If you know that the Bible is the word of God, come and sow a seed. The entire church, including me, I sowed a seed. Are you following me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Including me, I sowed a seed.
The magnet.
Okay. Including me, I sowed a seed. Are you following me?
Yes.
Now, he now said, okay, let's go. Open your Bible to the book of Genesis chapter number 3 from verse 1. Sure, you said every word in the Bible is the word of God. I said yes. So, okay, let's look at Genesis chapter number 3 from verse 1. Reading now. And the serpent said, did God say? He now asked the question, who was speaking now? We said the serpent.
Okay. Is that the word of God now?
Is that the word of God? Is that the word of God?
These are truths that we will say in church, and they're looking like, this is the guy is teaching heresy. And that's because, like you said, they refuse to dig deeper along the lines of truth.
That's true.
Many people are just holding on to what they were taught by Sunday school teachers.
Good.
And as I began to grow, I discovered that most of what our Sunday school teachers gave to us from the Bible were not actually in the Bible. As I began to, this pushed me to study more, because they told us some things. Something was this and that. But when I began to study, I didn't find them in the Bible. But what God as children, to make the Bible look interesting and exciting to us, they push those narratives.
Very true.
Now we grow with those narratives, thinking that that is what the Bible is. That is why every man must, I would say, buy the truth and sell it not. So every man must go for the truth by himself. The Bible said, for you can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth.
When you say buy the truth, will it not cost you something?
It's not free. Nothing is free.
So if you need the truth, you must pay
A price to get.
But unfortunately, people refuse to pay the price for the truth.
So they hold on to past knowledge they have.
They already had. And if they want to argue with you here with that past knowledge, okay, in the book of Isaiah, God said, I sent my word and heal all your diseases. Who is the word?
His son.
Jesus. Has he been sent?
Sure, he has been sent. He has been sent.
He has been sent. In the Old Testament, I sent my word.
Okay, that was in the Old Testament. Okay, no, then.
I sent my word.
Okay, that was
And healed
past
all your
tense.
diseases.
Past tense, right?
Is that not so? Now, pointing to Jesus, and Jesus came. Is that not so? Jesus has been sent, and Jesus healed the diseases. Is that not so? So, what era are we today? We are not in the era of the sent word. The word has been sent. The word has done the work. The remaining thing for us today, he said, believe and doubt not. I have been healed. That is the era we are in today. I have been healed. I accept my healing. I am living in my healing. That is the era we are in today. But people still pray that prayer. The Bible said, I sent my word. The word has been sent, for crying out loud. You are to receive the word. Because the Bible said, to as many that receive him,
Them he gave power.
to them he gave power. So until you receive him, the healing that has been done will not be manifested in you. So we should look at errors. Those people teaching at Bible school, that time, Sunday school, Sabbath school, whichever place they taught us the Bible, they laid the foundation we were supposed to build on it. But I'm sorry to say, from Monday to Sunday, most people will not take time to read the scriptures, read literatures, explaining the scriptures. Neither would they even want to listen to other preachers to even learn something.
Sorry, sir. Are you aware that some churches, I'll say this, they forbid their members from listening to other preachers?
Yes, I know that.
Be within, must be to your set man over the mission.
Yes, I know that. I know that. But unfortunately, sir, most of those men of God and those who follow those men of God, they have not done themselves any good. Because most of the doctrines they listen to, we have truths. Imagine, a man of God came on air and said, television is a sin. Social media is a sin. That is that it was the devil that brought them all out for us to use. For crying out loud, sir. If you read the book of Genesis, chapter number 4, is it chapter 4? No, chapter 2. Or do I say 2 or 3? Let's say between 3. I think to the end of 3. Cain at 4. Cain and Abel came with an offering to God.
That's true.
God accepted the offering of Abel and had no respect for the one of Cain.
Yeah.
And God warned Cain, sin light at the door.
Be careful.
Be careful. He did not listen to that warning. He killed his brother. And his brother and God, the blood of his brother, called unto heaven. Heaven answered. And heaven showed up for judgment. And Cain was judged. And God drove Cain out of his presence. And Cain left the presence of God. That's what the Bible said. and Cain left the presence of God.
Mm.
Sir, do you know that the first technology on this planet Earth was brought by Cain?
Went to mud.
Cain went and started building cities. What was Seth building? You never heard of only technological advancement in the people that was working with God. Enoch was the grandson of Seth. The Bible said Enoch walked with God and was not. But what was the sons of Cain doing? The first person that built a city was who? Cain. The first technology in terms of building came from where? Cain. The first technology of animal husbandry came from who? Cain. Most of the professions we are doing today, they came from Cain. I wrote a book on the profession of Cain. Majority of us Christians today, we are in the profession of Cain, not in the profession God kept us. Most of the things we are advancing in the world today, we are saying, oh, we are civilizing, God gave us the knowledge. Most of the things we are doing here were civilizations brought from heaven by fallen angels that God was not interested for men to have at that time. But men decided to listen to spirits that were not from God. And they brought those civilizations here. Go back and read that book. The first person to marry 2 wives, the sons of Cain.
Islamic.
Go and read what Cain did. But go and read about the children of God. You won't hear any of such. You will not hear any of such. I'm a medical doctor. I go, I read. I'm a medical doctor. I go to church, I pray. God, please enhance my profession. Do you know the answer to that prayer? Do you know the answer to that prayer?
No, sir.
Let people be sick. That's the response to that prayer.
Oh, Jesus.
Because if people are not sick,
You can't. Your profession is not your hands.
fine. A lawyer will pray a prayer. Oh God, I've gone to school. God, enhance my profession. What is the lawyer praying now? People should get into trouble so that they should go to court. Can you see what civilization, what we call civilization, that most of us did not even know the source and the origin? The art of war was taught on this earth by fallen angels. That knowledge came here by fallen angels. It did not come from God. God, in order to secure his own people, God now decided to go say, okay, let me help my people. So God brought his own technology to defeat the technology that angels, that spirits brought here. Imagine God telling people, soldiers be at the back, choristers be in the forefront and start singing. Is that a war strategy?
Never, never.
Moses, lift up your 2 hands. As you lift up your 2 hands, the children of Israel will have victory. Is that a military strategy? So God now decided to give a superior technology different from what spirits taught. So that's most of the things we are seeing here today.
You see why I said I must have you around? Because I know I will glean a lot of wisdom from your speech. I will glean a lot of wisdom from your speech. Now, this is deep. I must confess that. Now, let me come back to where we are, because if I enter, then I will not. You not take me to another
realm again.
Now, single mothers, many of them in society now. I was talking to somebody and I was like, don't you think that single mothers are the best to marry as a man again? And the guy gave me some reasons, which are for the fact that she had been married before and she had okay, look at the scenario, the example you gave. When I go for job hunting, they'll tell me what's my working experience, to be sure that I have some experience along that line of work. And say 5 years, okay, they can give me a job. Now, is a woman who has been into marriage and came out, don't you think she has had experience and she will not be willing to make the mistakes? Like the guy was like, since they have experience, they should be the best to mingle with.
Another controversial issue. Now, If we want to bring in experience
Yeah.
into marriage,
Mm.
experience might be good, but I tell people, experience is the worst teacher.
Not the best.
Experience is never the best teacher. You know what? Experience will leave you with a scar.
But I think some things are better experienced.
Few things. It is better you learn from a man who already had the experience than you fall into the experience, because you will not live enough to make all the mistakes and learn from all of them. So better be at the position of not having the scar. Learn from the man who had the scar. Now, marrying a single mother, let me use this language. Not all single mothers actually choose to be single mothers.
Yeah.
Some of them are actually crying
Mm.
that they fall into the hands of the wrong man. I'm not saying that men are not bad.
Mm-hmm.
We have some that are damaged already.
Okay.
You remember I told you the last time, some men are on revenge mission.
revenge mission.
What women have done to them.
Revenge.
Why some of them are even on a revenge mission of what women did to their fathers.
Okay.
Are you following me now?
Yeah.
I'm speaking on this one now from experience.
Okay.
Are we together? Now, let's see this. Some single mothers are good. They want to keep a home. They want to make a home. But they are few. And the experience of being a single mother has broken some of them. Because before the man left, they craved for companionship.
Mm.
They craved for the presence of the man. But the man was not there. They did all they could do to make sure they keep the home. But the man was not available. At last the man left. They are like antennas that are already heightened.
Mm. Mm.
They are suspecting every move any man will make. And they will interpret that move based on
Past
the
experience.
previous knowledge they have. So that fear is behind every single mother. Whether she's the one that caused it or maybe the man that caused it, every single mother has that particular fear at the back of her mind. And for a single mother to be able to stay with you in a marriage coming from such a situation, the reassurance for her to be able to give up on that. You know, we can make mistakes sometimes.
Yeah.
She will interpret that your mistake with the previous knowledge she has. And maybe your mistake was just an innocent mistake. She will interpret it from the past experience, which she's coming from. But on the whole, marrying a single mother is good. But I tell single mothers, if your marriage, the second home you are going to, is going to work, you have to put in extra effort. If not, your second home will not work.
Mm-hmm.
One, no matter what the new father will do, I want to train my children the way I want to train this one the way I train my children. This is my stepchild.
Mm.
I want to train him or her the way I train my children. He or she will misinterpret your discipline as hatred. On that, I'm speaking from experience. Are you following me now?
I understand, sir.
I'm not talking about my own alone.
I understand.
I had friends
Around.
who had been on this same boat that I had to help to stand. Are we together?
Yeah.
Good. Now, some of them, because of the experience they already had, when they get into the new marriage, they want to make it work. Even if the man they want to marry is a damaged one. But before you go into any new marital relationship with a single father or a single mother, there are things you need to settle before you take a leap. If you have not agreed with those things, bro, step out.
What are some of those things that we need to settle before we can?
Number one, no matter what you do, you can never be like the father of the stepchild. Settle that at the back of your mind. Come to terms with that. Number 2, that woman coming into your home is coming with the pieces, the fragment from her past into your life. Settle that. How will you deal with those fragments if they show up? Because they will definitely show up. They are not in the past. They are in your presence. They will definitely show up. So settle that before you go in. Number 3, she still have an emotional attachment to her past.
To the past man?
Yes.
Wow.
Because sex is a covenant. I repeat, sex is a covenant. It's a life covenant. Most people don't know. Why? See, I want to say things that will get so many controversies here. I told you I don't want to record. I just want to discuss with you. So that you have some of this private knowledge. Why did Jesus come through a virgin? That particular canal where children are given birth to, where children come from in terms of sex, is a place that breeds life. And every life is supposed to have a pure covenant. You are supposed to have a pure covenant, not a damaged covenant. If that particular private part has slept with more than 4, 3, 4, 5 persons, has contracted different covenant from different persons, you coming into it is the fourth. You are going to be webbed with all other covenants. And every child that is going to come out from that particular canal will be in trouble of these covenants. So a part of that woman is attached emotionally to where she's coming from. Let's take a look at men. Can a man forget how many ladies he has slept with? And if those ladies show up today, even if in the presence of his wife, he still has a soft spot for those women. How? Why? Because that part can never be erased. If the first husband, the man she gave birth to the child for, comes into the home, are you emotionally tough to be able to handle the scenario? Can you cope with it? Settle that before you go. Both on the side of the man and on the side of the woman. Most stepchildren are always rebellious because of this fact. It is when they have grown to become adults, when they now look back into the discipline the man gave to them, that's when they will not start to appreciate the man, what the man did for them. But as at the time the man was doing these things, the man was the two-horned devil with a black regalia in the home. Settle all of this before you go in. If not, you are going in for trouble. Some married, some divorced, or some single parents, some women have good hearts. I'm not going to lie to you. They have good hearts. But the circumstances surrounding them is the problem. So the question now is, will that single mother be able to go the extra mile to save the man so that the man will not be under this pressure? 3, at your old age, at your old age, I pray God help you so that your children will be wealthy. If the first child the woman had before coming to you is more wealthier than the children she had for you, there is going to be a problem more. Because that child will empower the mother against you. There is a case that happened in this community, only here. I'm not speaking what happened somewhere else. The man was already old, the woman is already old. At least one of them was even my landlord. Two persons, one of them was even my landlord. At old age, the first son of the man was more of the woman, of the wife, was more wealthier than the children this woman gave birth to this man. This person I'm talking about is a popular name in Ole here. But do you know what happened? At the old age of the man, the first young man built the first child of the woman, which is not his, built a house in the community where his father came from for the mother. Bought a car for the woman. Came, packed the woman out of her husband's house, to the new house he built for the mother. So the man died without a wife. At an old age, a man of about 80-something years entered the kitchen and started cooking his meals. Sir, that's another thing that is waiting for you in the future. Settle all of that. If it happens this way, we are not praying that it should happen like that. But if it happens like this, what should I do? I've seen two cases here in this community, two. One was my landlord. The other one was a father to my friend. And the first one that it happened to is a popular name here, popular family here in Ule. So these are things you must put in place. The woman too must settle her own side before going into it.
Wow. This is heavy. Thank you, sir. Because of the time, we may call it a break here. But hopefully, we'll have you back to again, because after now, we'll go through this truth you have said, and there are a lot of things that will also ask you next time. Because there are some things you said, because of time, I can't ask you now, but I will ask you some other time. But I must tell you, this is heavy.
I want to make an appeal to you today.
Okay.
I have a concern.
Okay.
The fathers are going. Gradually now some of us are also following the fathers by the mercies of God. But I'm looking at the next generation. Majority of the next generation we have today has no focus. So I'm asking the question, who do we hand over the society to tomorrow? It's my concern, seriously. Who do we hand over the society to? Who do we hand over the church of tomorrow to? The language of tomorrow is different from the language of today. If for example now, if God wants to communicate the future, God won't come and communicate it to us, because we are not going to be in the future to operate it.
Yeah.
God will not give us the techniques, the skills. If God will give us the skills and techniques for us to teach it to the children who will operate tomorrow. But if God cannot find, if we today cannot prepare those that will run with the techniques and the technology of tomorrow for God in our various society, if we cannot prepare them today and we leave them in ignorance, what happens to the society tomorrow? Our society is bleeding. We don't have people that will man the society tomorrow. We only have noisemakers. Is a burden in my heart. I will also, by the mercies of God, beg you, use your medium to go into this area. Your vision, your mission, your financial life, which is one of the major channels through which the devil has damaged society. The financial life. The devil has used it to damage the society. Their goals, the church, humanity in general. Please, use your channel.
No problem, sir.
It's
Thank
my apology. It's my appeal.
God will help us to try our best for Him.
Amen.
And you also do your best. I do my best. one thing I believe is that shine from your angle, I shine from my angle. At the end of it, everywhere
We
is
have a
have light.
sure.
So thank you, sir. We are glad to have you today.
Thank you
See
so
you
much.
next time. When are you going back?
I might be going back by Wednesday. God helping me.
When are you coming back?
I don't know for now.
We'll see you whenever you come to town. We'll have you around. Thank you, sir.
All right,
Thank
no
you.
problem.
Thank you.
But in addition to that, if between now and Wednesday, if I leave, if you can help me, if you
Okay.
can bring me up.